Hi, everyone. My name is Jack. Welcome back to my podcast. Today, I want to tell you about something I did for the very first time. Last month, I went camping. Camping means sleeping outside in nature, not in a house or hotel. You sleep in a tent. A tent is a small shelter made from thin material. It is like a small house, but much simpler. I had never camped before in my life. Never camped means I had not done it before. It was scary and exciting at the same time. I want to share this story with you today. Why I decided to go. For a long time, my friend Ben talked about camping. Ben loves nature. He goes camping 2 or 3 times a year. A year means 12 months. Every time he came back from camping, he told me how wonderful it was. Wonderful means very good and special. He talked about sleeping under the stars. He talked about cooking food over a fire. He talked about waking up in the morning with birds singing around him. I always listened and thought that sounds nice. But I never went. Never went means I did not try it. I had many reasons. I thought it would be uncomfortable. Uncomfortable means not easy or pleasant for your body. I thought sleeping on the ground would hurt my back. I thought I would be scared at night in the dark forest. But one day Ben said, "Jack, you always say you want to try camping, but you never come. This time you must come." Must means you have no choice. I said, "Okay, fine. I will come." Ben looked very happy. He said, "You will not regret it." Regret means to feel sorry that you did or did not do something. Ben planned everything. He chose a campsite about 2 hours from our city. Campsite means a place where people are allowed to camp. This campsite was near a small river in the mountains. Mountains means large areas of high land. Ben had been there before and said it was very beautiful. Getting ready. I had nothing for camping. Nothing means not one single thing. No tent, no sleeping bag, no cooking equipment. Equipment means tools and things you need for a task. Ben lent me some things. Lent means he let me use his things for some time. He gave me an old tent. The tent was small and blue. He showed me how to set it up. Set it up means to build it and make it ready to use. It looked complicated. Complicated means difficult with many steps. There were many poles and strings. Poles are long, thin sticks. Strings are thin ropes. Ben said, "Do not worry. I will help you at the campsite." He also lent me a sleeping bag. A sleeping bag is a large, soft bag you sleep inside. It keeps you warm at night. You zip it closed around your body. Zip means to close using a sliding fastener. I tried getting inside the sleeping bag at home. It felt strange at first. Strange means unusual and different from normal, but also warm and comfortable. I bought some things at a shop. I bought a small torch. A torch is a device that gives light. You hold it in your hand. It is important for walking in the dark. Dark means no light. I also bought insect repellent. Insect repellent is a spray or cream that keeps insects away from your skin. Insects means small creatures like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are small flying insects that bite your skin. Bite means to pierce with small teeth. Their bites are itchy. Itchy means you want to scratch the area. I also bought food for camping. Ben told me to bring simple food. Simple food means easy to cook without a kitchen. I bought instant noodles. Instant noodles means noodles that cook very fast in hot water. I bought canned food. Canned food means food inside a metal container. I bought bread, peanut butter, and bananas too. The night before camping, I packed my bag. Packed means I put everything inside my bag. My bag was very heavy. Heavy means difficult to carry because of the weight. I looked at my heavy bag and felt nervous. Nervous means a little worried. Driving to the campsite. On Saturday morning, Ben picked me up at 6 o'clock. 6 in the morning is early. Ben had a truck. A truck is a big, strong vehicle. It was good for driving on mountain roads. Mountain roads are sometimes rough. Rough means not smooth, with bumps and uneven surface. We drove out of the city. After about 1 hour, the roads became smaller. Smaller roads means narrow roads with trees on both sides. The trees were tall and green. Through the car window, I could see mountains in the distance. Distance means far away. The mountains looked beautiful in the morning light. Ben talked about camping the whole drive. He told me what to do and what not to do. What to do and what not to do means advice about good and bad actions. He said, always keep food in a sealed bag at night. Sealed bag means a bag closed very tightly. If food is open, animals might smell it and come to your tent. Animals like small mice or insects. I said, what kind of animals? He said, just small ones. Do not worry. I was not sure I believed him. After 2 hours of driving, we arrived at the campsite. The campsite had a big open area with grass. Grass means the green plants covering the ground. Around the area were tall trees. Some other people were already there. Other campers. Campers means people who are camping. They had already set up their tents and were sitting around drinking coffee. I got out of the truck and looked around. The air was very fresh. Fresh means clean and cool. I could hear a river nearby. Nearby means close, not far. The sound of the river was soft and continuous. Continuous means it did not stop. I took a deep breath and thought, okay, this might be good. Setting up the tent. The first thing we did was set up our tents. Ben set up his tent quickly. He had done it many times. His hands moved fast and sure. Sure means confident and without mistakes. Then it was my turn. My turn means it was time for me to do it. Ben gave me the bag with my tent inside. I opened it and took everything out. There were many pieces. Many pieces means a lot of different parts. Poles of different sizes. The main tent fabric. Fabric means the thin cloth material. And many small metal pins. Pins means thin pointed metal pieces you push into the ground. I looked at all the pieces and felt confused. Confused means you do not understand what to do. Ben said, start with the poles. I picked up 2 long poles and tried to connect them. Connect means to join 2 things together. They clicked together. Clicked means made a small snapping sound when joined. Good. Then I tried to put the poles through the tent fabric. Through means from one side to the other. This was harder. The poles kept coming out. Kept coming out means they did not stay in the right place. Ben came to help me. He guided my hands. Guided means showed me the right way by helping directly. Slowly, the tent started to take shape. Take shape means to look like what it should be. After about 20 minutes, the tent was standing. Standing means it was upright and complete. I looked at my tent. It was small. Small means not very big inside. Just enough space for one person and a bag. But it was mine. I felt proud. Proud means happy because you did something yourself. I put my sleeping bag inside the tent. I put my torch near the door. Door of the tent means the opening with a zip. I zipped the tent closed. From outside, my small blue tent looked like a little home. Home means a place where you belong and feel safe, a very, very small home, but mine. Cooking over fire. In the late afternoon, Ben made a campfire. A campfire means a fire made outside for warmth and cooking. He collected dry wood first. Dry wood means pieces of wood with no water inside. Dry wood burns better than wet wood. Burns means catches fire and gives heat and light. Ben placed the wood in a pile. Pile means pieces stacked together. He put small, thin pieces at the bottom. Bottom means the lowest part. Then bigger pieces on top. He lit a match. A match is a small, thin stick that makes fire when you scratch it. He held the match to the small, thin wood at the bottom. The fire started small. Small flame. Flame means the visible burning part of a fire. Then slowly it grew bigger. Grew means got larger. The fire crackled. Crackled means made small popping sounds. The smell of wood smoke filled the air. Wood smoke means the gray cloud that rises from burning wood. The smoke smelled warm and natural. Natural means from nature, not made by people. Ben cooked rice over the fire in a small metal pot. Pot means a round container for cooking. He put the pot on a metal stand above the fire. Stand means a structure that holds something above something else. The rice took about 20 minutes to cook. I watched the fire while we waited. Watching fire is something I find very calming. Calming means it makes your mind feel peaceful and quiet. Ben also cooked canned fish. Canned fish means fish that comes in a metal container. He opened the can and heated it in a small pan. Pan means a flat metal container for cooking. The food was simple, but sitting outside next to a fire and eating hot food made it taste wonderful. Wonderful means very good. I ate my rice and fish and looked at the trees around us. The sun was going down. Going down means moving lower in the sky. The sky between the trees turned orange and pink. Everything looked beautiful. I said to Ben, "This is actually really nice." He smiled and said, "I told you." The night. After eating, we sat by the fire for a long time. Sat means we stayed in a sitting position. The fire got smaller as the wood burned. Burned means was consumed by the fire. Ben added more wood sometimes. Added more wood means put new pieces into the fire. We talked about many things: work, friends, life. Talking by a campfire at night feels different from talking in a cafe or restaurant. It feels more honest. Honest means real and true. Maybe because there are no distractions. Distractions means things that take your attention away. No phones, no television, no other people nearby. Just the fire and the trees and the dark sky above. I looked up at the sky. There were many stars. Many stars means a large number of bright lights in the sky. Because we were far from the city, the sky was very dark. Dark sky means no electric lights to block the stars. I could see the Milky Way. The Milky Way is a band of light across the sky made from millions of stars. Millions means a very, very large number. I had seen it once before when I lay in the field near my house. But here it looked even brighter. Brighter means more light, more clear. At about 10 o'clock, Ben said, "We should sleep." Sleep means rest for the night. I went to my tent. I took off my shoes outside the tent. Took off means removed. I did not want to bring dirt inside. Dirt means soil and dust from the ground. I unzipped the tent door. Unzipped means opened the zip. I crawled inside. Crawled means moved on hands and knees because the space was low. I zipped the door closed behind me. Inside the tent it was dark. Very dark. I turned on my torch. The small light made me feel better. Better means less scared. I got inside my sleeping bag. The sleeping bag was warm. Outside, I could hear sounds. The river, the wind in the trees, insects, and sometimes a sound I did not recognize. Recognize means know what something is. A crack of a branch. Branch means an arm of a tree or a rustling in the leaves. Rustling means a soft sound of movement. Every new sound made me a little nervous. Nervous means slightly afraid. I thought, what was that? Is something outside my tent? Ben had told me it was just small animals. Small animals like birds or squirrels. Squirrels are small animals that live in trees. But in the dark, every sound felt bigger than it really was. Bigger than it really was means more scary than it actually should be. I lay there with my eyes open for a long time. Open means not closed. I listened to every sound. Slowly, slowly, I got used to the sounds. Got used to means they started to feel normal. The river sound became comfortable background music. Background music means a sound that is always there but does not scare you. The wind in the trees became gentle and calming. Calming means relaxing. My eyes became heavy. Heavy eyes means very sleepy. The sleeping bag was warm. The ground under the tent was not as uncomfortable as I expected. Expected means thought it would be. I fell asleep. I did not know exactly when. One moment I was listening to the night sounds. The next moment it was morning. The morning. I woke up to the sound of birds singing, many different birds, all around my tent. The sound was beautiful, more beautiful than any alarm clock. Alarm clock means a device that makes noise to wake you up. I unzipped my tent and looked outside. The forest was full of soft morning light. Soft morning light means gentle sunlight in the early morning. The air was cool and fresh. Cool means a little cold. Fresh means clean and full of oxygen. Oxygen is the gas in air that our body needs. I stood up and stretched. Stretched means I made my body long and wide to wake my muscles. My back was a little stiff. Stiff means hard to move because of sleeping in one position. But not as bad as I thought it would be. Not as bad means better than I expected. Ben was already awake. Already means before me. He was sitting by the old campfire making hot water. Making hot water means heating water for drinks. He had a small gas cooker. Gas cooker means a small device that uses gas to make fire for cooking. He made instant coffee. Instant coffee means coffee powder that dissolves in hot water. Dissolves means mixes completely and disappears. He gave me a cup. I held the warm cup with both hands. Both hands means my left and right hand together. The warmth felt wonderful. Wonderful after the cool night. I drank the coffee slowly and looked at the forest around me. The morning forest looked different from the night forest. Night forest felt big and dark, and a little scary. Morning forest felt friendly and full of life. Full of life means many living things moving and making sounds. Birds flew between the trees. A small butterfly passed near my face. Butterfly means a beautiful insect with large wings. Wings means the parts of an insect or bird used for flying. I said to Ben this morning is perfect. He said every camping morning is like this. I said, why did I wait so long to try this? He laughed and said, I have been asking you for 2 years. 2 years means 24 months. I said, I know. I am sorry. He said, just come next time. Going home. After breakfast, we packed up our things. Packed up means we put everything away and back in the bags. I took down my tent. Took down means I disassembled it, put it back into pieces. It was easier to take down than to put up. Easier means less difficult. Maybe because I understood the pieces better now. I rolled up my sleeping bag. Rolled up means turned it into a tight round shape. I put everything back in my bag. Then I looked at the campsite one more time. The spot where our tents were. The old fire with gray ash. Ash means the gray powder left after wood burns. The trees around us, the sound of the river. I felt something I did not expect. Expect means think something will happen. I felt sad to leave. Sad to leave means not wanting to go. I had been nervous about coming, but now I did not want to go home. Go home means return to my house in the city. Ben said, "Ready?" I said almost. I looked at the campsite one more time. Then I said, "Okay, ready?" We drove back to the city. Drive back means the return journey by car. In the car, I was quiet. Quiet means not talking much. Ben said, "You okay?" I said, "Yes, I am just thinking." He said, "Good thoughts?" I said, "Yes. Very good thoughts." I thought about the night sounds that scared me. I thought about how I got used to them and fell asleep. I thought about the campfire dinner. I thought about talking with Ben under the stars. I thought about waking up to birds. I thought about the coffee in the morning forest. None of these things were expensive. Expensive means costing a lot of money. None were fancy. Fancy means special and luxurious. They were all very simple, but together they made something special. Something I would remember for a long time. What camping taught me. My first camping trip taught me important things. Things I want to share with you. The first thing is that fear of new things is normal, but do not let it stop you. Fear means feeling afraid. For a long time, I was afraid to try camping. I thought it would be uncomfortable and scary, but when I actually tried it, it was not as bad as my fear. My fear was bigger than the real experience. The second thing is that simple living feels good. Simple living means having less and needing less. In the forest, I had only what was in my bag. No television, no comfortable sofa, no kitchen. But I felt happy and complete. Complete means nothing missing. Maybe we need less than we think to be happy. The third thing is that nature heals a tired mind. Heals means makes better. After one night in the forest, my mind felt clear. Clear means fresh and ready. The city and work can make your mind tired and heavy. Nature makes it light again. The fourth thing is that good friends make new experiences easier. If I went camping alone the first time, I would have been very scared. But with Ben, I felt safe. Safe means no danger. He knew what to do. He helped me. He made me laugh when I was nervous. Good friends are the best travel companions. Companions means people who go with you. Goodbye from Jack. That is my story about my first camping trip. One night in a forest, a small blue tent, a campfire dinner, stars above and river sounds all around, birds in the morning, simple coffee in the cold air. If you have never tried camping, I want to say please try it once. Borrow a tent if you do not have one. Borrow means to use something that belongs to someone else for a short time. Go with a friend who knows camping. Start with just one night. One night is enough to change how you feel about nature and simple living. You might be scared at first. That is okay. The fear is part of the experience. And on the other side of fear, there is something beautiful waiting for you. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast today. I hope this story made you want to sleep under the stars. Until next time, be brave, try new things, and keep learning. Goodbye, everyone.